From the local station, this is Weather Authority Weekday.
All right, welcome to the Weather Authority Weekday Show. I'm meteorologist Michelle McCormick, and it's Friday. It's Friday the 13th, not just any Friday, Friday the 13th. So if you believe in that and all the superstitions that go along with it, may today be a lucky day for you. If it's your birthday, happy birthday on Friday the 13th. You know, there's always at least one Friday the 13th every year, no matter what. I just read that. I thought that was kind of a cool little tidbit. Fun fact. All right, let's take a look outside, talk some fun facts about the weather today. All right, here's Morningstar Marina. A little bit of breeze finally kicking in. That sea breeze will help keep the beaches a little bit on the drier side. It's not dry out there because the humidity is thick, but it will definitely keep you on the drier side from the rain for just a little bit. Already feeling like 97? What? I always say add 10 degrees to the current temperature outside and that will be your heat index, and that is crazy right there. Look at that humidity, 75%, and they are feeling it out there at the beaches. All right, so current temperatures across the area: 85 in Jacksonville, 82 in Waycross, 86 in McClenny. Again, add about 10 degrees to that, and that is your heat index for now. Palatka at 84. Beaches, yeah, the water temperature is about 81, 82 degrees, but forecast rain chances. So, you know, we're 1 week away from summer. Next Friday is the first day of summer, the longest day of the year, the summer equinox. You'll hear it called so many different things. It's the longest day. We're about 14 hours of sunshine now. We'll have a full day, just about, of sunshine next Friday. So exciting. But it's also hot, and we're having these summer patterns. And this is what we're looking like today. Over the next 12 hours, the percentage of our rain is shifting more to the center part. I think everybody at some point today will see some rain. The past few days, our southern counties haven't really had any rain. There's been like a trace here and a trace there. This is over the past 24 hours. Keep in mind, this is a rolling clock. So if you watched earlier today and I showed this, it showed little rain. Now it's showing a little bit more because over the past 24 hours, it starts to accumulate, right? So the bulk of the rain is in our western zone, like along US 301, areas to the west of I-95 and to the east of I-75. So that's what you're seeing here. But you see the trace. That's not measurable rain. So when we say the percentage of precipitation, the POPs, that's our percentages for the day. That just means the accumulation is possible. So taking a look at the cloud and radar forecast, and we're gonna zoom through this, but it looks kind of tiny, but this is this afternoon, and look at how scattered this is. Thankfully, no severe weather is expected. That's the good news. This is just going to be a disruption to your day. You're going to want to keep the ponchos handy. You're going to want to keep the umbrella nearby. And if you're outside and you start to hear the thunder, that's when you're going to want to seek your indoor space, not under a tree. It's not safe because frequent lightning is also associated with these storms today too. Not just rain, not just thunder, but you know, when you have lightning, you have thunder. So over the next few days, this is what we're going to experience. Father's Day is Sunday. I get it. You're going to want to grill out, and we're going to talk more about grilling hints in just a little bit. But over the weekend, we are going to be having these pop-up showers here and there because we're in a summer-like pattern where we have the sea breezes from both coasts, the Gulf Coast and the Atlantic Coast, coming together. And then we have the heat rising, and it fires off all those storms. So it's very, very basic. But there's a look at some of the highs in southeast Georgia today in the low 90s, highs on the upper 80s side at the beaches, mid to low 90s across our area. Jacksonville looking at 92 today, 96 for Palatka. But that humidity, yeah, it's feeling tropical. You know, you step outside and you're like, oh, it's summertime in Florida. I'm feeling it. It is sticky. And then overnight, those showers will start to decrease and taper off into the overnight hours, leaving us in the mid 70s for tomorrow morning. Very similar tomorrow morning to what we experienced this morning. And this morning was very similar to what we experienced yesterday morning, a little hazy with all of the humidity in the air, a lot of moisture in the air. Also, the possibility for some very patchy fog is not to be ruled out. So check out the 7-day forecast. So there's not a lot of deviation on here, except in the middle of next week, we go back to the mid 90s as our high. And that's when we're really going to have that heat index factor. So yeah, it's feeling like 100 now, but when it gets to be 105, 106, even 107, that's when they start to put out those heat advisories, the National Weather Service. This is where you really need to take care with your water, your sunscreen, your light, loose-fitting clothing. If you're susceptible to heat-related illnesses, you don't want to be outdoors between 10 and 4 p.m., the hottest time of the day. You can burn within 10-15 minutes, even under clouds you can burn. So a lot of precautions that we need to start thinking about as we move into the summer months. The good news is, as we move into the summer months, right now the tropics are quiet, super quiet, and we like to keep it that way. All right, we're going to take a very quick break, but when we come back, we're going to talk about where are the hottest places in the country. If you're doing any traveling, you want to know this, fun fact. But also, we're going to talk about grilling tips for your Father's Day from Safe Kids Northeast Florida, and you're going to want to stick around for that. All right, we'll be right back. Hello, welcome back to the Weather Authority Weekday Show. I am meteorologist Michelle McCormick. All right, summer travel, it's a thing. And with Father's Day weekend, maybe you have someone traveling in to see you, or you're traveling somewhere to see someone. Here's a look at our Jacksonville International Airport, and looking pretty decent through here right now. We have some video just of traveling. It's 85 degrees here right now. So let's just show, use extra patience when you're going to the airport. Parts of the garage are still closed, of course. Make sure you have plenty of time to go through your check-in and check your bags, make sure you don't have any water. But a cool fun fact is you can bring an empty water bottle through TSA checkpoints, and then they have water fillers on the inside of the airport so that you don't have to pay for water and buy plastic bottles. Just about every airport I've been to recently has this feature, so it's super handy. But all right, let's talk about if you're traveling somewhere warm. I want to show you where the hot spots are today. All right, the hot spot for today is Phoenix, Arizona. Most days it's Phoenix, Arizona, or even Las Vegas, Nevada. But check out the whole South. 102 in El Paso. It's 90 degrees in Abilene, 92 in Dallas. I grew up there, and that is awful because it's like a concrete jungle. But even 89 in Denver and 95 in Salt Lake City. Super hot temperatures across the western slope and across the western Rockies. Also, come to the East Coast, and it's just as hot. It's 90 degrees in Washington, D.C. Oh, that is brutal. Cooler temperatures, of course, close to Minneapolis, Seattle, even Detroit's registering in the mid-70s. But tomorrow, this is Saturday afternoon, it literally looks kind of the same, but warmer in Phoenix, Arizona at 108 degrees. So I have some fun facts that I want to share with you real quick. So see that Salt Lake City says 95 degrees? In 2021, Salt Lake City, Utah tied an all-time record high of 107 degrees Fahrenheit in Salt Lake City. That's so crazy. Phoenix just keeps coming up. New Orleans had a heat wave in 2022 where it tied its daily record of 97 degrees. Pensacola, Florida broke its daily record with a high of 98 degrees Fahrenheit. But here's the hottest spot in the USA, Needles, California. You're like, where's Needles? What? It sounds like, Needles. I don't know. It's in the Mojave Desert. So, of course, it's the hottest spot. So, in August of 2024, Needles, California passed Phoenix's hottest average of July. So the hottest average in the U.S. in the month of July was in Phoenix, and it was 102.7. That's the average, okay? Now, Needles passed it, and this was last summer, as at 103.2 degrees. So they're 244 miles apart, but Needles is way out there in the desert, and Phoenix is kind of down towards the bottom square of this graphic. So 244 miles apart, and they're only maybe a degree off for the average high of July as the hottest city in the country. So yeah, that's some crazy temperatures. But let's bring it on back home because we want to talk about what's happening here in our neighborhood. Tomorrow, Saturday, is Flag Day, and there is that 60% chance of rain, and it's very widespread, very hit or miss, rounds of rain throughout the day, not going to wash out your Saturday. Sunday is Father's Day. So here are some fun Father's Day tips that I wanted to share with you about grilling, and these seem simple enough. And if you're a grill master, then you're very familiar with these. But if grilling's new to you and you got a new grill and you want to check it out on Father's Day, here's some tips. Then there's way more than this, but these are the ones that were really important to me. Do not wear loose clothing while grilling because you get that shirt stuck on the grill, it's going to ignite. Don't put extra propane on a lit fire. You don't want to do that either, or the stuff you squirt. Grill only outdoors. You don't want to put a grill in a garage. You don't want to put a grill on a closed-in balcony. You want to put a grill outside. Very similar to the tips that we give you for generators, grills are the same thing. It is not a way to keep you warm. A grill needs to be outdoors, and it needs to be in the open air. Always supervise your children around outdoor grills. And this goes with your fire pits too, because kids are attracted to flames. They're very bright, they're very pretty. And if you're using charcoal or gas, the tendency to just reach out and touch that flame, it's inerrant. So don't encourage your children to hang out with you at the grill. We want them far away from these flames, far away from your grills. All right, that's about all we got for you today on the Weather Authority Weekday Show. I am meteorologist Michelle McCormick. I really appreciate you hanging out with me today. Check in at noon today to learn more about your chances of getting some rain this afternoon. And of course, Richard will be in at 4 o'clock to talk about your weekend ahead. Make it a great day.
See why every day more people are choosing News 4 Jax, Northeast Florida and South Georgia's #1 source for local news.